Hey everyone, and welcome to the NoSleep Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew, also known as Casual Shrimp in Web3 land. I'm also here with Jerry. She runs strategy at Magic Forest NoSleep. Hey, Jerry.
Hey.
Thank you all for joining us today. So just really quick, NoSleep DAO is powered by Magic Forest NoSleep. We're focused on exploring everything there is in Web3 and helping artists and creators onboard into the exciting world of Web3. So today we have a couple of really special guests on the podcast. We have Popil, the Magic Forest NoSleep founder, and one of our favorite creators, TAYLOR.WTF, also known as TAYLOR.WTF. They're going to talk about their experiences as creators in Web3 and specifically how to build your own marketplace. And they're also going to answer questions about why they chose this route. So let's go ahead and get started. So just to kick us off, Popil and TAYLOR, just quickly introduce yourself in Web3 and also in real life, and then we'll go from there.
I'm Taylor with the fuck, TAYLOR.WTF. I'm an artist, collector, and founder in the space. I was very early into NFTs and Web3 and crypto in general, and I've been really lucky to get to build community and work with a lot of artists in the space who are early. So that's kind of my Web3 history, and then that's kind of me in general as well. You know, there's not really much to me besides that at this point. I'm working a lot, doing a ton in this space, just trying to have fun, make cool stuff with cool people.
Cool. Thanks, Taylor. You want to jump on in?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Popil. So I'm the founder of Magic NoSleep and also NoSleep DAO. My goal is to explore Web3 and also onboarding more artists and together to unlock more journey in the Web3. And I hope you guys have fun. Very excited we're here. And I'm also love to see more often everyone's my favorite artist in the podcast. That's why I'm in one of my homies fan, Tara, and be with us. Today we're going to talk about how to create your own marketplace. So this is a very exciting topic.
Yeah, and you both brought up the level of fun. I've been in the space for a bit as well, and interacting with both of you all and interacting with everyone at the space, it's always been a high level of fun. So we all appreciate the fun that we bring into the ecosystem. So just would love to hear a little bit about what you're building right now. Yeah, and Taylor, let's hear it from you first.
Yeah, so I actually can't talk about what I'm working on right now as far as a big project goes. I've been working with JR, who's one of the founders of a project called Oni Force that was really successful a couple years ago. But we haven't really announced anything yet. So doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, a larger project. So we've been working on it for about 6 months now. But besides that, you know, I'm always working on art in general, learning about technology and trying to figure out cool new things. So recently I've used AI like ChatGPT-3 and GPT-4 to set up custom versions of themselves and add features to themselves. So I've got my own personal AIs running now and something I'm exploring. Yeah, so mostly just trying to stay on the cutting edge of technology and have fun with it.
Popil, how about you?
Yeah, so now I've been very busy for working my own project. Of course, continue to building Magic Forest NoSleep and also building the NoSleep DAO, and also focus on building my IP. One of my IPs, Boy Tea. So it's the bringing tea and charity and art together to create some yoga lab IP systems. This is very fun as well. Also working for continue to working on for the consultant for Neymar JR's project for NFT stars. It's also very excited. Which I can share with you guys more in the next.
Cool, sounds good. It's really exciting to know things are coming, but not know what they are. So we're really looking forward to, especially Taylor, just when we see all this start publicly happening. So thanks for sharing all of that. So let's jump into the next section here is is revolving around how to build your own NFT marketplace. And to kick us off, I would just like to ask, starting with Taylor, why did you decide to launch your own marketplace when the collection is already on an established marketplace like OpenSea, Element, things like that?
Yeah, so this has always been kind of a plan on my roadmap. Being really early into the space, I knew that we wouldn't have the tools for a while, as things were building out. But I foresaw the need for a creator-owned marketplaces, and I looked at the space as being decentralized. So I kind of just foresaw everybody would have their own shop, with your own NFTs. You can have other collections in there too if you want. And yeah, so always on my roadmap, but it wasn't something we really had the ability to do until recently. So now there's a little bit more tools available to creators. So, makes it a little bit.
Cool. And we'll get to we'll talk about those. That's a good segue into my next question, but I definitely want to hear Popil's answer to this, and then we'll talk about the tools that you've leveraged.
So yeah, this is the reason why, because the lady had everyone like worry about the royalty issue. I'm the one of the creator. Of course, I worry about what I can the benefits to my community and for my project as well. So this is why I will decide to create my own marketplace, so I can decide what I own and what I sell, and also so giving the best utility to my community.
Cool. Yeah, it sounds very empowering, this route. So so next and Taylor, you kind of alluded to this. I'm just curious as to why you chose specifically this specific tool went off from this dedicated marketplace that most creators leverage.
Yeah, so Rarible is the first one that I'm aware of to give us like really simple tools like this. So I'm not a coder, developer. I'm a little bit maybe more tech savvy than the regular person, but I can't write JavaScript from scratch or anything crazy. So when I was looking into how to do it, there are actually a couple other things out there that do exist, but nothing that was this easy, nothing that was this kind of straightforward. And Rarible has done a really, really good job with the documentation too. So they have like step-by-step walkthroughs, and it just made it super simple. And I think, like, to be honest, when I set it up, I wasn't even like planning to set up a marketplace. I was just looking through Rarible's documents because they had given us what did they do in the past? There was like they were the first ones to do creator smart contracts. They were the first ones to do like custom smart contracts back maybe even 2 years ago now at this point, like a year and a half ago at least. So they were the first ones to do like custom smart contracts for creators. I was digging around in the Rarible documents and just saw it. And I think I was maybe one of the first people to even use it. But I just kind of got lucky, to be honest.
That says a lot about the tools and how simple it is, and it says a lot about the documentation where you were not necessarily expecting to do it, and you just like dove in and leveraged it. So that says a lot about the team over there and what they've built.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's all I can say is it's just like it's super simple. Anybody can do it.
Cool. And how about you, Popil? I'm curious why you chose Rarible for this focus of yours.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm choosing Rarible because I'm very bad in coding, and I'm always looking something for easy to build. Rarible offering no code, one step, just press the button. You can create your own smart contract. You can create your own marketplace. So it's super easy to using my own smart contract, develop marketplace in Rarible. This is one of the reasons, but also the reason I like the design is super simple, but it's enough for what I need for my user and for my collection as well. Super well displayed, and I think that's the other reason I choose Rarible.
That's really refreshing to hear, because a lot of times there's a lot of applications and tools that are just incredibly like tech dense. So if you can leverage a tool that's really easy, you're going to get more and more people jumping into these tools and jumping into Web3 from Web2 probably. So to kick us off in the next couple of sections, or walk us through the next couple of sections, I do want to send the next couple of questions over to Jerry, and she'll be able to take it from here.
Thank you, Matthew. So good to be here. Thanks for popcorning over to me. Popil, Taylor, it's great to see you both. I think it's actually kind of funny because out of everyone here, Popil, you're the only person I haven't met in person yet. But I've had the chance to meet Matthew in New York and Taylor here in Asheville. And yeah, and I've learned so much from both of you. It's just really incredible. Popil, you've been just an incredible mentor. And then Taylor, when you came in and hung out with my music friends here in town, like you just took a little bit of information and just kind of took it to the next level. So seeing how you both operate, really excited to talk to you a little bit more about about creating your own marketplaces. And, you both already kind of touched on some of the benefits, but since you are both such cutting edge innovators, are there any additional benefits that maybe we didn't touch on before that you'd like to share with us? And I'll send it over to Taylor first.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're looking at it from a marketing standpoint as an artist, you want to have maybe kind of like a one-stop shop, a place where your collectors and your community can go to get your stuff. And I mean, just being kind of territorial about it, you probably don't want to have, if you can, have only your stuff for sale there. Why not do that? So pointing my collectors, pointing my community towards my stuff specifically, and not having banner ads for other people's collections up above and other things like that. So from a marketing standpoint and just kind of I think a brand perspective, I think it's a really good idea. I mean, there's a ton of other benefits, but I think that's probably the biggest one.
Very cool. Popil, how about you? Any other innovative insights into creating your own marketplace that you're willing to share with us that we're lucky enough to hear from you today?
Well, I'm always want to introduce people, try to understand a little bit more about first market and the second market, because most artists, they may be too focused on one-on-one job, but they not realize it's important to explore different chain and different marketplace, because that's the benefit for having you to understand how's the royalties work and how's the benefit for different market. Having your own tool and having your own platforms is always the good way to how you having a more value to control your collection. So I definitely suggest not just wearable, but look at more different chain and look at more different marketplace, as always, and also find your own community. Yeah.
Right. Well, you both mentioned some words that I kind of try to stay away from sometimes in Web3. Taylor, you said marketing. Sometimes that word or that whole industry can be a little bit touchy. And then Popil used the other word that can be really touchy, especially lately, the R word, royalties. So can we dig in there a little bit? Taylor, I'll give it to you first. Feel free to neg on it, or we could maybe not even go there. Kind of depends on how you're feeling today. I know it can be a sensitive subject.
No, yeah, I mean, I think as any artist, you're not really gonna be successful unless you're successful at sales and marketing. And artists in general, like your brand, the way people perceive you, the way people are looking at everything you do, it's all under a fine-tooth comb. So to me, everything needs to be very specific, very laid out, and very straightforward. So my brand's TAYLOR.WTF, that's my website. That's, you go there, you click immediately, you see whatever art I'm selling immediately. Click my market, there'll be some news and some updates. It's very, very, very streamlined. So I don't think marketing is such a bad word, but I know, it has kind of a gross connotation, and there are some, obviously with anything, there's bad things.
Web3 marketing, we can make it, yeah. We can make it better. How about you, Popil? What's your take on royalties, especially as kind of a leader and starting your own marketplace? And, any thoughts that you want to share just generally around the landscape right now?
Yeah, I think it's a good tool if you're not just putting your own focus on one place. I mean, you're not just focused on your business on Web2, you also Web3, you also focus on your business explore in everywhere. Even in Web2, it's good to having your own marketplace, because you could smart to pay with the token gate, and also you could doing a lot of assets to let your audience to explore more. So I do love to create my own marketplace, because you can see everything just in once. The people can see the value and people can see the price. And I think my community also like to listing in the same spot. So it's a good tool, having a tool to having your own marketplace. I think it's a huge improvement for your own audience.
Beautiful. And any downsides, you all? Is this a lot of work, or just creating your own marketplace? Sounds like a lot of work. Is there any downside to this? Is there anything that your community can help you with? Anything that I can help you with that comes to mind? Or is it just kind of building phase? Where are we at with that right now?
I don't see any downsides. Yeah. I don't have, so I always want more, I guess. Yeah, right. I wish there were more features, but I think for an early product, this is insanely easy. It's got a ton of customization options. So change your colors, you can put images in, and yeah. So right away, out of the box, what Rarible's built is amazing. But I see some like coming soon stuff that's teasing me, and I'd like to be able to add some of my collections together. And then some SEO options that are coming soon as well. So that's some cool stuff to tease. But the only like kind of hard thing I would say would be getting your community to list on your marketplace. So I think a lot of the training right now is focused on Blur and on I'm not sure what's going on with their system or how that even works, but it's confusing for me, to be honest. But so you've got to really be the one driving your community to your website and to your market. So I think having good branding and making it a consistent part of your brand's message.
Exactly.
The grind never ends. How about you, Popil?
I think the most challenge for me right now is like how to get more audience to look at my work, because I feel like always you have the good at storytelling, you always have the good in the marketing, but in the end it's like driving me crazy. I don't have much time to create, and I wish having some more simple tools, more easier to not just helping me to develop marketplace, also like Taylor say, like guiding my audience to look at my work and onboarding more collector to collect my work. And that would be great. I mean, or even share with the community more easier. That would be great, because I think now the tutors are having a lot of users problems, and I feel like it's sometimes just hard to promote myself even by sample way. That's the part of the challenge.
I have a little bit of a freestyle question here that kind of came to mind, so hope that's okay. I've been a part of Magic Forest for a long time. Taylor, had the chance to get to know what you're building a little bit. Everything's super cool. Popil, I know you are constantly crushing, hustling. Taylor, you as well, partnering up, doing collaborations, and recently had like a bit of viral Twitter success. And I'm curious if you all could speak a little bit more about what that grind is like, and when these like energies move that really like take off, like is it something that you can predict, or what has your journey kind of been like for this? And part of this is to encourage other creators and just kind of share a little bit more about your trajectory and what hits, or like is it random, or you just kind of give a little bit of backstory about that. So Taylor, care to share?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is a hustle. It's a grind. It's a lot of work and it's constant. But as far as like viral Twitter success goes, I was at I got to talk to some of the DGods team this weekend, and was listening to how like Frank does his tweets, and they said he takes like a bunch of Red Bulls and he goes into a room for like 3 hours and he composes a tweet. And that's very similar to my process, not nearly that hard, but sometimes I'll be sitting there for 20, 30 minutes, rewriting a tweet, changing a word, looking at what's going on Twitter at that time, seeing what else might be trending, looking at who's tweeting what, things like that. Who's just signed on, you get notifications set up for all your friends, and don't send a tweet at 11:30 at night, your friends aren't usually on or whatever, right? So there's a lot of buildup and a lot of stuff that goes into it, but really it really can't just be magic, and you never know what's going to hit and what's going to miss, and sometimes it just goes crazy, and then those times can be really exciting and fun, but they can also be kind of scary, because you have something go viral and you're not even sure why, or what's happening. So yeah, I guess just kind of be prepared for craziness, and it's never 100%.
Wow, that's intense. That's a really intense story you shared.
For sure.
Wow, interesting. Popil, are you locking yourself in a room with Red Bull for 3 hours a day, or how about you?
No. So yeah, my experience similar like Tara. We both in the time got a lot of hosting in Clubhouse. So that's just how we build our community in the before. And now it's like a game changing. Now you have the more relay on the tutor space. So of course, when you're doing a lot of the tutor space, you will get follow, or you working on the big succeeds project, a lot of the content is coming out and the people will follow you automatically. And of course, you can also do like a giveaway or however, something like that. And we kind of know the key how to get the eyeball from audience, but also something we like to do and something we don't like to do now is kind of more clearly, because it's like, when you give away MFT or giving free stuff, you retweet, you get viral. But I don't want that happen, because a lot of things is like formal and I don't want it. Now it's a more become, I want to focus on my own building, focus on even saying good morning and saying good night, but with the good content, and also sharing the good content with the audience, using broadcast or using live radio. It's more important, because I feel a lot of things is mixing, especially when people talk about MFT in the Twitter space. It's very boring now. It's become, you only listen the audience talking, but you're listening the hosting talking, but you don't see anything to share. And this is also why NoSleep DAO now changed it to a live podcast, is because we want to share the personality and share what we love to introduce to the audience. This is more important for me. Yeah.
It's nice to see everyone's faces too every now and then, for those that are willing to share. You both, Popil, you touched on FOMO and avoiding kind of some of this FOMO. You're building for long term, both of you are. So, I see you both as mentors to creators in the space. So if someone's a creator and they're entering the space, like, what would you suggest to them? Create them a marketplace or stick with the established giants? Taylor, what's your pick?
And yeah, so if you're starting out in the space, go hard, do everything. But yeah, get your own marketplace set up so that you have that kind of established right away. It's easy to do. It takes maybe 5 minutes, and it's kind of like I'd probably put that in your first 10 steps for sure. But there's so many different audiences out there, right? So Super Rare has an audience. Foundation has an audience. There might be different collectors on OpenSea. So it doesn't hurt to try different things and put your stuff in other places as well. What do you think, Popil?
Oh, sound advice. Yeah, Popil, do you agree, disagree?
Yeah, of course. Everything Taylor say, I would agree. I was just like, yeah. So I will suggest also look at different side of the world, because now the Asia markets are getting more and more populous, and I feel like a lot of the Asia's markets is also getting into the marketplace, and also a lot of the driven giants markets coming to the marketplace too. So everyone had to be definitely pay attention to what to do with the secondary market, and also how to onboard your artwork in a different world like Asia or just different audience. And I think that is very important for you spread your word. That's the most important tips I can share today. Yeah.
Really good insights. Great. And I'm gonna toss it back to Matt and let you take us to the end, Matt.
Okay, cool. Thanks so much. It's been a great conversation so far, and we are ramping down the conversation, but it's been really exciting to see everyone's faces. We need to do more of that in the space, and also get a chance to have these just very casual conversations. So thanks everyone for joining today. And thanks also to those that are just joining into the podcast to listen in. But just to take us into the home stretch, we'll start with Taylor here, and then we'll bounce it over to Popil. But Taylor, you did allude to the fact that there is something that you're working on that you really can't share about. But if there is a project that you would like to bring up as to something that you're working on, some next project that you would like to show, definitely let us know. Feel free to do that now. And also just let everyone know how to follow you.
Yeah, so the best way to keep in touch with me is to go to TAYLOR.WTF. Type that into your browser, and that'll take you right to my website. All my socials are linked there. And I'm doing so much in this space that's really the best way to keep in touch. And that being said, I've got a metaverse project that I've been working on and building out. That's got avatars and partnerships. I've got music that I'm working on. I've got some AI stuff that I'm working on. So it's really just kind of random and everywhere. And if you are listening to this recorded or watching this recorded, and I've already dropped my project by now, I'm really excited that you're all enjoying it, and I know that you're all excited about it as I am.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
And Popil, how about you?
Yeah, I'm actually very busy on creating my own brands, Boy Tea, because yes, I'm bringing the tea on the real life. And if you see me in the MIT NYC, don't forget to come to say hi, and you will get a free tea packet and from Boy Tea. Hope you guys like it. It's more for charity, and also, yeah, just want to share some love and warm and boy and chill to everybody.
Nice. Thank you all. And thanks so much for joining. Once again, my name's Matthew. I'm joined with Geraldine over there, Taylor, Popil. Thank you all so much. And we hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. And so yes, follow us, and we will definitely like to do it again. And see you next time. Bye.